Yo, what is going on, man? I am B-Ball Jones. I am simply a basketball trainer that is here to bring you the blueprint, the stories, and the mindset to help you make progress in your game. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's get it.
Stop hurting yourself. Why are you causing yourself so much pain and so many problems? And I get you're probably thinking I'm talking about like you're harming yourself, like physically causing harm and damage to yourself. But no, I'm not talking about that. But if you are, then please let's not do that either. Okay, I understand that that's an idea that you have that helps you get over the pain, but there has to be a better way. But I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Um, for this time, we're not talking about the physical self harm today. And when I say stop harming yourself, you're probably thinking about yourself in the wrong way too, not the way that I'm talking about. I'm talking about us. I want us to have the same sense of urgency when it comes to how we talk to ourselves and how we think about ourselves in the same way we feel if someone's harming themselves. So if your best friend came up to you and said, "Man, I've been cutting myself or I've been abusing myself," you would have like a sense of urgency, and something in you would you would feel something within you to make sure that they're okay. But you hear somebody talking bad about themselves or somebody saying crazy things about themselves, or you get a peek into how they think about themselves, you kind of just brush it under the rug. But how does that not or why does that not cause us the same level of reaction, the same level of pause and concern? Because we can't always see the fruits of those seeds that are being planted. If someone was cutting themselves, you can see the input and output of that. You can see that they cut themselves. You can see that they started abusing themselves. You can see those cuts and bruises and scars that come as a result of self harm. But you don't always see. It's not as easy to tell the signs of when someone's talking negatively about themselves or thinking negatively about themselves. It's not as obvious to get those outcomes to be noticeable because it's not a outward facing thing. It's not on the skin. It's tangible to the naked eye. And when I also say start harming yourself, I'm not also just talking about you right now. I'm talking about the future you. So on one side of this, I want you to stop harming yourself by talking so negatively about you and thinking so negatively about you, like you don't have any good things going for you, like you don't have good words to say about yourself when in fact you do. And I also want you to stop having these negative thoughts about you and think so lowly of yourself because you're here. So obviously you have some good things to you and about you. And I understand that a lot of times we don't enjoy or value the life that we have now because of circumstances and things that we have going on. I feel you. I promise you I do. But one thing I tell myself that it won't always be this way. And a better thing about it is I have the power to change these things too. You don't have control over everything, but there are certain things that are within your grasp, it's within your territory that you have control over, and you can change those things. So I don't want you to be talking negative about yourself and thinking negatively about yourself the same way you wouldn't abuse yourself physically, the same way you wouldn't tolerate your friends doing that to them. But you're also hurting your future self by talking and thinking about this way as well too, because you're the person that you are right now doesn't get the fruit of those actions or those thoughts and words. The person you are in the future is the person who has to deal with that, who has to eat off that tree. So that's the person you're really hurting because you could have been a better person. You could have been in a better place. You could have been closer to being the person that you envision yourself being. But because of how you're thinking and talking to yourself, because you're beating yourself up, you're hurting yourself, you're the one who's going to feel that the most. But not you right now. It's you in a month, you in 6 months, you in 3 years, you in 13 years. That's the person who's going to be like, man, why did me and my past self do this to me now? But at that point, it's almost too late to really make that change. So you can't go back in past and adjust and redo those things. All you can do is stay in the present moment and live with what you have now. So I'm asking you, before we get to that space, before we get to that point of, man, I wish I could have, man, I wish I should have. Let's do it now. Let's get rid of the shoulda, coulda, was, and just do it now. Take better care of yourself mentally and emotionally, because it's very difficult for you to become a better hooper and a better basketball player if you as a person's not doing well. If your mental game's not right off the court, you can't just hop on the court and compartmentalize everything all the time. It's very difficult to do. So I'm asking you guys, please stop harming yourself. Don't hurt yourself anymore. All right. Okay. Another timeout. Okay. Look, if you got to this point, you have to be enjoying the episode. Like, you have to. At this point in the episode, you're enjoying it. So help me help you. Just, if you're on Apple right now and you're on your phone, okay, just take your phone, press the subscribe button. It's right there. Just do that with me. Even if on your laptop, take your mouse, boom, click over, boom, do your thing. Now you subscribe. Now you linked in, because you don't want to miss the next great episode that I have. But doing stuff like this helps the episode grow, makes the show grow, and the podcast grow, so I can keep getting great guests and keep doing great interviews. So if you listen on Apple or Spotify, take a second, look at your phone, press the follow button, okay? And share with a friend or two, because you'll find the value in this. You want to have this conversation with your friends so they can have the same value. Now the whole basketball community can grow. All right. Thank you for listening so far. I'm going to get out your way. Let's get back to the episode. Appreciate you.